From the Helen Fort Dix Middle School here in Pemberton Township, this is high school football for It'sAllAboutSports.com's broadcasting network's inaugural season. And with that, good afternoon, should say good morning, and welcome to Helen Fort Dix Middle School in Pemberton Township. Jake Schwartz for another edition of It's All About Sports Broadcasting Network. We have officially seen the special teams from the punts to point after touchdowns and field goals. And right now we are seeing 20-yard lines. And here's how things are going to go. Maple Shade is taking on Pemberton. Pemberton taking on Bordentown, and Bordentown taking on Maple Shade. Pemberton out of the West Jersey Patriot, and Maple Shade out of the West Jersey Freedom. John Rasnick is the head coach for Pemberton. Tony Nicolino of Maple Shade. Bordentown is also here, and they are led by head coach Steve Perry. So we're off and running again. Now this is just a scrimmage. It does not count. This is not for anything. We are live, though, officially on Labor Day weekend. Our first official inaugural broadcast of the It's All About Sports Broadcasting Network gets underway on Saturday, September 3rd. On Labor Day weekend, Newman-Goretti will take on Columbia. That'll be in Wildwood, New Jersey. Should be a lot of good action. Lincoln Townsend now taking over in that era. He is now taking the reins as the new head coach. But let's focus in again on our action, and that's Pemberton. I should say, actually, excuse me, that is Maple Shade. Chris Snuffer drops back to pass. He's being rushed, fires in the pocket, and that pass is going to be caught for a couple of yards. Pass again is complete. Didn't really get a look at that number, but we'll get a clear look at it again once the season starts. Remember, this is just a scrimmage. This is not a regular season. During the season, I will be joined by my partner in crime, Brian Warwick. Brian Warwick certainly has some experience in regards to the athletic type of play. He worked in the, I should say, played for the Golden State Warriors as a former NBA player. His son, you might actually remember, a national champion with Syracuse by the name of Hakeem Warwick, currently playing overseas. So looking forward to having Brian as my partner. I want to thank Rob Page, the founder and creator. That's Robert Page Sr., the creator of It's All About Sports, who decided this year, starting September 1st, we will officially be doing live play-by-play action. And we won't just be doing football. We'll be doing various types of sports. We'll have football, basketball. We'll also do some hockey. We'll also have AAU track and field. So that's definitely things you definitely want to put on your calendar if you want to watch high school sports. Now, we can't officially tell you about our situations with these schools. Hopefully, we will get Newman-Goretti basketball, a team that is already nationally ranked coming into the season. That'll happen during the winter. Newman-Goretti football, a little bit different than the team that you see during both men's and women's basketball. All right, Maple Shade again is on offense, and Pemberton is on defense. Chris Snuffer again is the quarterback. Zach Moray is the running back. He also plays outside linebacker, and according to Coach Tony Nicolino, is considered one of the top linebackers in all of South Jersey. As the handoff, I believe, goes to Moray. I'm not 100% if that is to Moray. I think it was. He's gang tackled by a pair of Pemberton Hornets. Maple Shade, I believe, is known as the Scotties. So what will happen is this is the 20-yard line, so a couple of plays you'll have for Maple Shade and Pemberton. Maple Shade, again, is on offense. Pemberton on defense. Pemberton will then line up against Bordentown. Bordentown will line up against Maple Shade. You'll then have goal line. Well, you already are in goal line. You'll have 20, then you'll have the 10-yard line, and then you'll have that down and distance. Again, each team will have at least, I want to say, about 10 plays on each side of the ball. A lot of fans certainly packing the Helen Fort Dix Middle School. They're taking this stuff, they're taking these games seriously, though. This is just a scrimmage, for God's sakes. That's the thing you love about high school sports. These fans really take their team seriously. Low snap again, and back to throw is Snuffer. Dropped. It looked like he had it, but then it was dropped by their wide receiver. Now, we didn't officially get his name, but that's all right, though. Brett Docker, or I should say, the wide receivers, Ken Karchner, who's the #1 returning 400-meter hurdler in Group 1 play, so you'll see him a lot in track and field. C.J. Ortiz is a 2-year starter. He's among the starters for Coach Tony Nicolino, and the tight end is Braden Demansky. He's also the captain on the defense, and you'll see Braden over the next series. Now, you won't officially see him. I should say you will see him in the Bordentown-Maple Shade matchup. So you will get a good look at Braden Demansky and being rushed. And again, good pressure by this Hornet team. And they're getting a nice cheer from this Pemberton crowd. This is the middle school of Pemberton Township. I'll tell you this, I got lost on my way over. I actually had to Google on my GPS I had to actually Google Fort Dix Middle School. Once I saw the field, I was like, oh my god, oh, thank goodness, at least I'm actually here. All right, a couple more plays again coming up for Maple Shade, and so far the defense has looked very sharp here for Pemberton. Among those who are playing on defense is Andrew Heck. He's not only the team's wide receiver, he's also the team's safety, and he also plays quarterback. Also keep an eye out for Will Hodges. He's also the team's quarterback. He's officially playing in his first scrimmage. According to John Resnick, he did sign up late, so he was a late add-on. Good handoff again to Moray. Breaks a couple tackles and takes it to, looks like close to about the 5, or I should say about the 4. As Moray again comes in about, looks like 5'7". He's got some blazing speed. This does not count again, as mentioned. Although starting September 1st, Pemberton will be in action. They'll take on Lawrence. That'll be among the games that you figure It's All About Sports would probably have the opportunity of seeing. All right, the session, at least with Pemberton and Maple Shade, is over. Pemberton will stay. They'll then move from defense to offense, and we'll get a first-hand look at senior quarterback Joseph Benson. He is the returning starter for Coach Rasnick. So a good opportunity here on the 20-yard line. So Pemberton goes from off defense to offense. Bordentown comes in on defense. Unfortunately, with the no numbers, we're not really going to be able to identify some of these defensemen. In fact, we're not even going to be able to identify the offensive players. Likely we'll head to, I think, Germantown's Northwest Super Site. The pads do come on officially tomorrow for the state of Pennsylvania as the high school, as Kane, or I should say Benson. I don't know why I called him Joe Kane. I'm thinking of that movie, The Program, that came out in the early 90s. He actually wore number 7 and was considered one of the top, actually was a Heisman hopeful. I think it was ESU. As Benson having a misdirection, he's able to recover the ball. So they'll back it up. They're actually going to be, they're going from the 20. They are actually backing up. It's about a, looks like a 4 or 5 yard loss for senior quarterback Joseph Benson. And Newman Goretti and Del Val, the pads come on in the state of PA tomorrow night as high school football returns. And we'll have live coverage of that. We won't have it tomorrow. Well, actually, it'll be an exhibition for us. We go live September 3rd in Wildwood, Newman versus Columbia of New Jersey. There's rumors even going around we might be able to do the doubleheader that day. In fact, there'll be 3 games that Pennsylvania will have. I think Conwell, Egan, and Archbishop Carroll are also headed that way next week to Wildwood, New Jersey. So Wildwood will certainly be busy starting Labor Day weekend. Again, September 2nd through the 5th, or 4th, I should say, is Labor Day. Actually, September 5th is officially Labor Day. So anybody, again, who is headed down to the shore, and I would say a lot of people would be, and you might want to think about coming out to Wildwood, New Jersey for good high school football action. Newman Goretti at Columbia will have the call for you on the new sports network known as It'sAllAboutSports.com's broadcasting network. You can follow us again on It'sAllAboutSports.com. It's all one word. Going deep again is Benson. That pass intended for Studevant. Now there is a flag down on the play. It likely could be pass interference on Bordentown. Let's take a look at the official. I don't even know if they're going to even make the call. I don't think they will. I would imagine that they are making the call. Are they even going to move the chains? It doesn't even. Yeah, it looks like they are. It looks like they are moving the chains, so they are treating this like it is a regular game, so they are moving the chains. So they are moving the chains. It was a pass interference. Will give Pemberton good field position. For senior quarterback Joseph Benson. It's again 11:30 here on the East Coast, as we're delighted to finally have coverage of the 2016 It's All About Sports as Benson completes a touchdown. Isaiah Studevan from just around 5 yards out, and listen to this crowd giving the applause that Pemberton certainly deserves. An easy touchdown following the pass interference penalty on Bordentown. As again, Benson strikes first. Again, this is just a scrimmage, so again, it really does not count. They're not putting up a score, but again, a good drive for Pemberton out of the West Jersey Patriot League. And that's also a good way for Pemberton to finish because they had only a few plays. So now Bordentown moves from defense to offense. Maple Shade comes in on defense. And again, this is what we were talking about here. You're going to get that first-hand look at senior captain Braden Demansky, who again, as mentioned, is not just the tight end, but is also the team's starting linebacker. He's actually the starting inside linebacker. This is the guy who really is the guy who calls the defense in the huddle. This is the guy you keep an eye out for. Here is, again, Bordentown, and again, we don't have a number, so we do apologize about that. He takes the snap. He's rolling to his right. He's going to get hit, and down he goes. And the sack by, well, we didn't get a number on number 35 on Maple Shade. Looks like he's about 6'3", or at least even 6'4". It's a 5-yard loss. A good start again for the Maple Shade defense. Maple Shade also, like Pemberton, will open their season on September 1st. I don't know, unless they have a scrimmage that I don't know about, because it looks like a lot of teams are actually starting on Thursday, a week from today. Pennsylvania officially gets underway tomorrow. The pads come on, and it is for real. Be a lot of good matchups again in our area. We'll be at, again, Northwest Supersite Field for itsallaboutsports.com. We will be doing another test tomorrow in the booth. Should be a very, very beautiful night. It's supposed to be a very sunny night. Looks like a neutral zone infraction called on Maple Shade. That's a 5-yard penalty. That's going to move it up for Bordentown, who will get again a few more plays before they'll get off the field. In fact, this is the final session of the 20-yard. From the 20-yard line, we'll go from the 20 to the 10. Then we'll start doing these down and distance type plays. Good pass again, breaking a couple of tackles, and finally getting out to about the 5-yard line, where he is brought down by a pair of Maple Shade Scotties. We are partnerless again, or partnerless here today. No Brian Warwick. He will be officially the partner by one of my color commentators. In fact, we'll have 3 commentators, at least that's what I was told. Rob Page at our meeting the other night mentioning that there's a very good chance we're going to have a partner who's going to be an intern from Temple. We will have color commentary. I will actually be the man doing the play-by-play all season long for It's All About Sports, the new broadcasting network. You can follow us again on itsallaboutsports.com. It's all one word. There's a fake. Somehow looked like it was a direct, or I should say it looked like it was going to be a handoff. And then the quarterback of Bordentown rolled to his right, found a wide open tight end. A great fake play and a touchdown again for Bordentown. And they strike. Good strike by Bordentown. A little warm and a little humid again today. That was a great play again by Bordentown. Looked like a direct handoff, and that just absolutely caught the Maple Shade defense off guard and rolled to his right and found a wide open Bordentown player and had that easy touchdown. So now Pemberton, as we'll start from the 10-yard line, as the host Hornets will come back on the field. Their quarterback again, Joe Benson. Also, Andrew Heck will take some snaps. He's also the team's wide receiver, and on defense is the team's safety. His father, Roy Heck, had the privilege of talking with him earlier today. He's also the team's head basketball coach here in Pemberton Township. One of their biggest wins last year in the group playoffs was the big win over Ewing. I was actually at that game, and a sellout crowd was on hand. I remember getting there as early as I can, and the line was still long at Ewing Township, or I should say at Ewing High School. I always like these rivalries with these New Jersey programs. Now Heck is going to take over as the team's quarterback. He'll take some snaps as Heck will play action, roll to his right. He'll roll, fire, complete the pass, and in for the touchdown, I believe, is number 22, and it is a touchdown. And they didn't give us a name. Nice rollout again. Again, this is from the 10-yard line, so one quick play, and you're usually gone. So again, you're looking at Pemberton and Maple Shade again. Pemberton on offense, Maple Shade on defense. So a nice job by Heck. He's 1 for 1 on his first possession with a touchdown already. He'll get another opportunity here for Coach John Rasnick. Again, the Hornets are certainly a team that looks like they're very fast from the corners into the even into the wide receivers. Look like they've got some serious speed as again they're bringing in, looks like their second team, and carrying to the left side is their running back Jermaine Clay. Now Jermaine is an Absegami transfer. Absegami, he played his last few seasons, and Jermaine Clay coming in from Absegami just a season ago. He is the rising junior for the Hornets. Already on the board for Pemberton. They're already 2 for 2 here at the 10-yard line. And that's it for them, as Bordentown's going to come in, and Pemberton will go from offense to defense. So not a bad, getting it on 2 scores, not bad at all. Not bad at all for Pemberton. And we have at least 3 more sessions from 10-yard line. We'll have down and distance. We'll have another down and distance. And the second team will have 10 plays on each team. So again, I think they might even do like the pads coming on, and then they'll actually try to hit. Because again, as mentioned, no more than a few days from now, it's going to count. Ball comes loose, and I think it's going to be recovered by Bordentown. There was a flag down, and it might have been for illegal procedure anyway on the Bordentown offense. Looks like it was holding actually on Bordentown. Back it up about 10 yards. There will not be a scrimmage again, as mentioned, tomorrow. And if that's the case, I think we are expected to head to Germantown, to Northwest Superside. If that's the case, they'll have the stats up. They'll have the down and distance. We will be able to determine tomorrow night, as they will give us rosters. And Newman Goretti's home opener is officially in is in Wildwood. As Bordentown again, another flag is down. A nice pass, taking it down to about the 9 or the 8. But there is again another flag as mentioned on the play. Let's see what the officials say here. We don't officially know their names, but that's all right though. Really no need. As I mentioned, it's just a scrimmage. Gives fans and their teams the opportunity to figure out who the how their teams have been performing during training camp. And the calendar soon is turning into September, which is hard to believe. Summer is officially done, and now it has become fall, and now the season, I should say, it is nice that the season is just about rapidly approaching. Yet here out in Pennsylvania 24 hours from now, because we will have games, not just here in the state of New Jersey, but we'll also have games in PA. We are assigned to Newark already for all their home games. We actually, I was out there along with the members of It's All About Sports as we saw Newman's have a scrimmage with boys Latin. Only took about, couldn't believe it only took about 45 minutes. Bordentown again, hands the ball off up the middle, and maybe getting back to about the, looks like the 25, brought down by a pair of Hornets. Second down. I think it's 4 down territory, at least from the 10th. I think they are playing with 4 downs. I don't think they're doing 10 plays. They're doing 4 down territory here. Although that might not be till next when they do down and distance. Good pass again. That one complete. Could actually say, oh, it looked like it was caught, but then it was deflected, incomplete. So it was caught for a second, but then it was incomplete. Bordentown will have another opportunity here. It looks like at about their close to 20, close to Pemberton 20. In shotgun again. Bordentown takes the snap, looking downfield and caught, but then again immediately hit by, that's sophomore Larry White on that deflect, or I should say on the tackle. White is also the team's wide receiver. Kind enough to get the rosters from John Rasnick, and again, good opportunity to see some talented underclassmen type players. And Larry White seems to fit that bill. Again, Pemberton still in on defense, and Bordentown still in on offense. Coming up next, Bordentown moves to defense, and Maple Shade will come back into the game. You figure we'll probably see their backup quarterback, Brett Doherty. Shotgun, high snap, rolling to his right. He's hit, down he goes again. Another sack for Pemberton. Let's talk about 31 going up the middle, untouched on that one. And that's it. That's how you finish strong. And when I say that's it, I mean that's it for Pemberton on defense. That's a good way to finish strong for Pemberton on that one. So again, Bordentown moves back to defense, and Maple Shade comes in on offense, and will start again at the 10-yard line, which is a great opportunity again for Maple Shade here. And I believe we are going to see if it is their new starting quarterback, Brett Doherty. And it is. Doherty and Snuffer again are both the junior quarterbacks. So both of them again have experience. So a good opportunity again for Snuffer. Here's Doherty in trouble. Throws to his right, and that pass is intercepted. Ball comes loose. But Bordentown is able to pick it up yet again. Another opportunity for Maple Shade. So not a good start again for Doherty. Already 0 for 1 with an interception. Someone almost get taken back the other way. Doherty looked to be a little nervous on that one, but that's okay though. It is his first session. Now they're going to stop things here. I don't know what's going on over here. I'm wondering if Doherty is, again, as mentioned, I don't know if Doherty must have, I guess he saw something he didn't like. That's what I'm curious about. No, it looks like he's okay. He's all right. Doherty will head back to the line of scrimmage. I'll say one more quick thing to running back Moray. Doherty takes the snap on his second play. He's got some time, fires, and not much on that one. The pass is going to be caught. Completed to C.J. Ortiz, who is a returning starter. He's actually a 2-year starter. He's only a junior, so next year likely will make him a 3-year starter. We also had an illegal procedure on that play, so that pass does not count. It was an illegal procedure called on Maple Shade. It's going to be a 5-yard penalty. Doherty will have the opportunity once again after a 5-yard illegal procedure. Moray again lines up the backfield. Ken Karcher, one of the wide receivers, along with Ortiz. Doherty takes the snap, has some time, fires, and a one-handed catch. And I mean, that was an impressive one-handed catch by Brandon Demansky. And I mean, Demansky just went out for the ball, just leaned out and making an impressive one-handed type of catch. That's an impressive catch again by Demansky. He doesn't get much, but man, there's definitely a highlight reel on that one. Great job again by Demansky on that one. Here it is again. It's third down coming up because, again, what we're looking at here, I think this is down a distance. You figure there are 4 plays. Now a whistle. I guess Coach Nicolino seeing something that he did not like on that one. Don't forget again, it is real for us starting on September 3rd. For it'sallaboutsports.com. The broadcasting network goes live September 3rd, at least in the football. Newman and Columbia, there is talk that we may have West Catholic and Roman Catholic, a long-standing tradition. Those games will be held again in Wildwood, New Jersey. 4 o'clock, Newman versus Columbia, which will be Newman's Goretti's home opener. And you can check that out, by the way, on it'sallaboutsports.com. Out of the timeout, Doherty's going to keep it on the ground. He's got some room to run. And look at the big fella go. He is still on his feet. This guy's going to be at least close to about 235, close to 240. This guy is a lineman. My goodness. About some serious size by a quarterback. It's got to be about 6'3", 6'4", 265, or at least 260. Moves the chains, and it's going to be 4th down again for Maple Shade. Trying to get a first down here, keep this drive going. You know, down at distances. I think we are now officially on down at distance. And And we're just about approaching 12 o'clock. The scrimmage got underway less than 50 minutes ago, and now we're happy to report that this thing will likely get done in about another hour, maybe an hour and a half. It's hard to say. But here's Doherty again, lining up, and he'll keep it on the ground. Or is he going to pass? He does, and that pass is intercepted. And down the sideline goes Bordentown. Now, they'll blow the whistle again because it is just a scrimmage, but on a normal play. That is a pick six right there. Doherty again looked like he had some room to run at first, opts to throw. He gets picked off, and Bordentown was on their way for a touchdown. With that play, it's a good opportunity because now here comes, I believe, Pemberton on defense, or on offense, I should say. We are now going to start the down and distance. Because again, you're going now from the 10-yard line. The 10-yard line now has become down and distance, which means it's for real. You're going to goof first into fourth down. So this is a great opportunity again for both these teams to play in what people are calling game day mode. All three of these schools play in the West Jersey League in different types of conferences. Pemberton out of the Patriot League in West Jersey, Maple Shade out of the Freedom Division. I believe Bordentown is also out of the West Jersey League as well. I'm not 100% sure. I'll have to get back to everybody on that one. Of it'sallaboutsports.com, which is officially expanded into Broadcasting Network. Our good buddy Rob Page has done a phenomenal job with the website. For years, we've traveled up and down the road together, and we have seen some great sports, mostly basketball. In fact, I met Rob back when he was really taking pictures for us at Matt Civic's Inside for Football Team. There's a nice draw play, and down the sidelines goes Jaquay Redding, and he will score. Touchdown, Hornets. I think that had to be at least close to a 75-yard run. Redding is down the sidelines, and he scores.
Jesus Christ.
That's some good speed right there.
He was like 6th in the state and like
by Redding.
55 or like.
Guy's got to at least run about a 4. Guy's got to at least run about a 4.2 on that one.
Well, he's from Pemberton.
So there is no flag again on the play. Now they're going to spot it because again, this is only a scrimmage. So I'm wondering because that was a touchdown. Now that was a touchdown again for Pemberton. Man, and Redding turn on the Jets on that one. Oh, wait a minute. I guess they're going to switch them up. My apologies. All right, they'll switch them up here. They'll switch them up. Was a touchdown. The ball again starts at the 30. So the last touchdown by Redding has been ruled a 70-yard touchdown run.
Whatever they run in girls, like 60 yards, transfer to RV over the summer.
Pemberton again will have the ball here, and Maple Shade will be, or should say, excuse me, Bordentown will be on defense.
Different. The military base, if you were on one side, you had to go to Pemberton. If you're on the other side, you had to go to Northern. Now it's choice, so we're losing a lot to Northern.
Yeah, I think that's a big mistake for him.
Quarterback Joe Benson again is back in the game. Once again, another draw play. Room to run again, breaking a couple of tackles and taking it down to midfield is Clay, the Avsigami transfer, or I should say it's pronounced Avsigami, the transfer from Avsigami, New Jersey. What an addition he could be for this Hornet football team. He's got about a 20, looks like a 21-yard gain. It's well enough for a Hornet first down. Well, I'll tell you what, this Redding and Clay certainly are a formidable duo. And if this Pemberton, I'll tell you what, if they could get the Jets going, this could be a good season again for Pemberton High School football. All right, here is Clay again, or I should say here is Benson again, who is still back in. He is looks like the team's first team quarterback. In motion. They'll hand the ball off again. It looks like it's an end around with some room to run. And again, another first down as this one goes to Well, we don't have his official name because they would not release that name. We'll just call him number 14. Down the sideline he goes, and he is in Bordentown territory. Another first down again for the Hornets. Spot the ball on about the Bordentown 25-yard line. That's about a 24-yard run for Pemberton's, if you want to call it the wide receiver. Tysheen Williams, again, is the wide receiver as well. Benson back in the gun. He's in shotgun. Rush could again be on. Benson will take a snap, fires, and that's just over the head, incomplete, intended again for Pemberton, number 22, as Benson overshot his receiver by at least a couple yards. Still doing down and distance, will continue down and distance. And then that'll give the second team after that an opportunity, and each team will have 10 plays, and then that'll be it, as we are certainly closing up on our first official scrimmage for itsallaboutsports.com. We were at a scrimmage, Newman Goretti on 26 and Mifflin, but this is the first time we're actually trying the equipment. So again, so far it's been a lot of fun again to try out this equipment. We'll put that on again, as mentioned, tomorrow as Heck comes into the game. Low snap, and he's able to get it and completes it to Tyrell Westmoreland, who is also a rising sophomore with Heck. Westmoreland, I believe, and Heck, you both see on the hardwood, I should say on the basketball court. See them a lot during especially Heck. We see him a lot during AAU season. Plays for the Philly Freedom Stars. A lot of the young men who play basketball here in New Jersey are members of the Freedom Stars. Heck again lines his team up as Benson had a couple of snaps. Now it's up to Heck again here with an opportunity. Heck takes the snap, hands the ball off again, running to the right side and up the middle, and has an easy score again. Touchdown Hornets. 14 just cut to the right side, used his blockers. Down the sideline he goes for about a 20-yard score, and the Hornets again strike. But again, because it does not count, it's just a scrimmage. There's no points again, as mentioned. Good job again by the Hornets. And with that, their offense is done again for now. They'll get one more opportunity again, at least their first team will. So now comes Maple Shade. Bordentown and Maple Shade. Maple Shade, I should say, yes, that's right. Bordentown's going to be lined up on offense coming to our right. Maple Shade will line up again to our left. It's Maple Shade's defense. Anchored again by that guy right there, number 18, Braden Demansky. He is the starting captain for this Maple Shade team. A little bit on the human side again, as mentioned. That's why head coach Tony Nicolino is going at least sleeveless. Bordentown will line up again. It looks like their own 30. They'll hand the ball off again, breaking a few tackles, but not getting much, to about the 33 or 34. Good tackle again. I think that was by Demansky. There's a second down here. So Bordentown will have second down here from about, looks to be their own 34-yard line. It was about a 4-yard run on that. They're going shotgun here. Deep shotgun. They'll hand the ball off again, cutting to the left side. There's definitely some room to run. And he might be a couple, that running back is going to be a few yards short of a first down. Spotted about, looks like it's going to be about third down and about maybe a yard and a half. Yeah, it looks like it's about third down, maybe a yard and a half here. Certainly am looking forward to when the pads do go on, and it is for real. And for Pennsylvania, that's less than 24 hours away. For New Jersey, that's also a couple days from now. I think I heard even football games will start on Thursday night. That pass incomplete. Looked like it was complete, then knocked out of the hands. It might have even been deflected, incomplete. Good deflection again by members of the Pemberton defense, or I should say by the Maple Shade defense. So fourth down and about, again, maybe a yard and a half for Bordentown. He's got to get to about the, looks like the close to 40-yard line for a first down to keep this drive going. Bordentown opens up their season on September 1st, like Maple Shade, like Pemberton. Home opener will be, I believe, September 1st against Lawrence for the Pemberton Hornets, for the host Hornets. Taking the snap again and handing the ball off. And up the middle should be enough for a first down, and it is. Tackled by a pair again of Scotties. And we will have a first down. Good jump again for Bordentown. All right, here's Bordentown again. They've got first down and 10 from what looks to be about close to their own 45. The snap down the field, turning around, trying to adjust, trying to turn himself around. That one incomplete and defended well by Maple Shade's two-way player, Ken Karcher, who also looks like plays the quarterback. Ken Karcher is the returning 400-meter hurdler. He is also a two-sport athlete. He runs track during the spring. He's a 400-meter hurdler in Group 1 play. Unusual quarterback for as far as for number 44 as a quarter. That's rare, you see. 44 is usually reserved for a linebacker, unless he was roamed as the linebacker and was forced to go in motion. We got second down here for Bordentown, again from their own 45. In shotgun, taking the snap. The ball will be handed off. And not much there on that one for Maple Shade. I should say for Bordentown. Tackled on the play for Maple Shade. Number 20, we don't officially have his name. That doesn't really matter. He gets the stop, a big loss on the play. That's going to bring about third down from, looks like the ball will be spotted about the 46-yard line. All right, third down here for Bordentown High School. It's again lining their team up from the 46-yard line, from his own 46-yard line. Snap. The snap. No rollout to the right side. And they're going to say he was sacked. They're going to say he was sacked by number 24 of the defense of Maple Shade, which is going to bring up fourth down here. That'll bring up fourth down. Big fourth down. Again, Bordentown, another loss on the play, so Bordentown will have to get to what looks to be about the Maple Shade 45 for a first down here. Some youngsters again are just anxiously awaiting to get back to school. Some probably are just getting themselves ready to go again to keep summer going. Unfortunately, summer is officially, well, it's not officially over yet. On September 3rd, after Labor Day weekend, school will be back in session. In fact, most of the schools around, you figure, this area probably aren't going back until Labor Day. All right, fourth down here from about the 40-yard line. And look at a handoff play, a rare handoff. And Bordentown again is going to be well short. Had to get to about, not only did they have to get in to Maple Shade territory, they had to get to about the 45, the Maple Shade 45. And that's going to be a turnover on downs for Maple Shade. I'm not even sure if we're still on down and distance. I think we might be. So with Maple Shade going from defense, now they're going back to offense here. So Maple Shade again will line up on offense. Pemberton again, the Hornets are back in on this time on defense. Warm again. It's a little humid out. Last couple days, it's actually been absolutely perfect. Hoping it'll be like that again on September 3rd with Newman Goretti in Columbia. So once again, we're back on. So once again, it's allaboutsports.com for the official broadcasting network. On the web, again, it'll be Maple Shade on offense and Pemberton coming in on defense. So not much again on that last play. So again, Maple Shade will have another opportunity. They'll have second down here. Have to get to about, looks like their own 40 for a first down. And they're right now, they're about close to their 30. Back to throw again is Snuffer. And Snuffer's going to complete this pass. Looks like he's going to have a first down. It looks like, yes, he is going to have a first down. A first down. Didn't get a chance to see that number. And a first down. About 11-yard completion from Snuffer. Wonder if that was Ortiz. That might have been their speedy two-year starter, Ortiz. Snuffer again back to throw. He's got some time, fires a long lob, and that one is caught somehow. It looks like that was, again, number 44, Karcher. And I mean, that was a high throw for Snuffer. That looked like it was almost like one of those what they call a Hail Mary type play, and Karcher just somehow leaped in the air and brought that one down, and he's got a first down indeed. From the 41, he takes it to, looks to be about the 42-yard line. That's about About a 17-yard completion. Time to throw once again, and another easy catch. That one made again as Snuffer found again another one of his receivers. Another easy catch again, and that's not going to be for much. It is second down. Ball's going to be taken, so there was definitely some yards. For the 42, they take it down to about the 39, so it's a 3-yard completion again from Snuffer. Maple Shade again looking to answer here. Trying to even it up with Pemberton. This is the final down and distance, at least of this session. There'll be a second session of down and distance where first team will have an opportunity. Snuffer in shotgun. Hands it off. Up the middle is Morey. Morey breaks a couple tackles, and he's down to about looks to be the 31-yard line, and I think he should have enough for, and does. He's got another Scotty first down. Maple Shade first down for Chris Snuffer, for Morey, for Zachary Morey, the senior, and again is also the team's outside linebacker. He's also considered among the top linebackers in all of South Jersey. I don't know his whole storyline, but I figure it's probably a good Division I type of status. Back to throw again is Morey. Should say not Morey, Snuffer, excuse me. Snuffer being chased out of the pocket. Rolls to his right. He fires and completes it again, and this one's going to be caught again by Ortiz. He's, should say, just out of bounds. There was no touch on the play, and it should be, and it is. It's another first down. Another first down again for Maple Shade, and they keep this drive going. Snuffer lines his team back up 1st and 10. Ball spotted. Looks to be about, I want to say probably about close to the 15-yard line. Snuffer again is in shotgun. Morey again is in the backfield. In motion again. They'll fake it, go right up the middle to Morey. Morey breaks a few tackles and even pushes one of his, tries to lead one of his blockers as Morey again kind of stiff arms one of his own teammates. It was running back, his backup running back, Dominic Acevedo. So Morey again draws his blockers, gets some yards. Gets more than enough yards, I should say, because it is a first down. This is an untimed down and distance again, so these two teams could take as long as they want. There is no time on this clock because it is just a scrimmage. Last scrimmage we saw only took about 50 minutes. That was Newman already at Boys Latin. This one now again at 11 o'clock. We had PAT, we had punt, and we started the 20-yard line. That's when we officially started recording. Snuffer again rolls to his left. He's going to keep it on the ground, and again, there will not be any tackling as Snuffer takes it down. This is first and goal, makes it now 2nd and goal. We'll spot this ball again. We'll see where they spot this. Hard to say where they're going to spot it. Again, it will be 2nd down and goal. It looks like it's at about close to the 2-yard line. It's a good yardage again, but again, Maple Shade looking to punch this one in here on offense. Snuffer, Morey again, once in the backfield, as is Acevedo. Instead, they go to their fullback, and I think he's going to have a touchdown. Number 41, I believe, is their fullback. He's got a touchdown, and Maple Shade again has just got even, at least they get even in the scrimmage. Not so much getting even. Not so much getting even in the game because this isn't a regular game. So now Bordentown will line its team up. Look at themselves ready to go for their session because it is their turn. Pemberton now goes. Actually, Bordentown will start off on defense, so Maple Shade will continue on offense. Nice job by Maple Shade. Nice drive. Moray and Snuffer just continue to pile up the yards for the Scotty football team. Maple Shade here in the New Jersey area. Bordentown not too far from Route 130. And Pemberton located off of Route 206. Certainly a lot of numbers that we have to keep track of. Definitely have to keep track of. You're a big math fan like I am. You have to keep track again of a lot of numbers. Maple Shade is not too far from both 130 and 206. I know that Bordentown is because we took 130 just to get down here today. Where we live is about a 45 minute drive depending on traffic. For more upcoming information, again, on it'sallaboutsports.com, visit It's All About Sports. I should say It's All About Sports. Visit us on the web at it'sallaboutsports.com. It's your official source for high school sports all across, I should say, both PA and New Jersey. We'll be covering from football to basketball to even track to even some hockey games, we were even told. Know that we have our boss Rob Page has a very good relationship with track and field. We'll see quite a bit of that this year. So it is, in fact, I believe Maple Shade is back on offense. Snuffer will work from his right, and that one dropped by Ortiz. Ball gets spotted at the Maple Shade 30, so Ortiz had it, but then he just lost it. Good coverage on the play by Bordentown. After Maple Shade takes on Bordentown, Bordentown will move to offense. They'll take on Pemberton. Pemberton then moves back to offense, and they'll take on Maple Shade as both these teams will play one last time with their first team, and then the second team will come in, and each team, again, offense and defense, or I should say offense, will have 10 plays, and then that will be that. As the scrimmage, again, as mentioned, for the three-team scrimmage between Pemberton, Maple Shade, Bordentown will be over. And we focus our attention to the regular season. Again, Moray off the carry on that one, and he was slow to get up, but it looks like he's going to be all right, though, and that's going to bring up a big third down here. Crucial third down for Maple Shade as they got to get to about their own 40 for a first down, and they are now, it looks to be, at the 31-yard line, their own 31-yard line, that is. Got Brett Doherty in, the second quarterback. Doherty, here's the big fella handing it off again to Moray. He directs some traffic. He's got some room and maybe gets to about the 35, where he'll be a few yards short. No surprise, there's no punt. Maple Shade again is going to go for it here. This is, you've already done your punt situation. You've already done your PATs and field goals. That was actually the first session that we did not record. Once we got to the, when we started doing 20-yard lines, that's officially when we started doing our recordings. But again, everything is for real starting next week, Labor Day weekend, with New Montgomery, Columbia. There's also a chance we may do the doubleheader Roman and West Catholic, the long-standing rivalry between these two West Philadelphia programs. Although Roman is mostly based right off of Race and Vine, so it's not really that close to West, but they do have a good long-standing rivalry with one another. Doherty. He'll fire and complete that one. And breaking a couple tackles that has enough for a first down. I believe that is, I don't know if that's 12. No, that is C.J. Ortiz. And Ortiz has a long first down. And Maple Shade keeps this drive going. Needed about 13. I think they got about 14 on that one. So first down and 10. Ball spotted again at about close to midfield. This is about the 46. Don't pay any attention to those airplanes. And there's been a lot of them again, as mentioned here today. Ball comes loose. Doherty is able to pick it up, but they're going to blow it dead. And I believe NCAA rules, usually the ball is dead. This is not NFL rules. So during a regular season game, I believe if there's a fumble, actually, that's not entirely true. I take that back. Because this is a scrimmage, the ball will be blown dead. Here's Pemberton's quarterback. One of those, that's Joe Benson, along with his starting line. Tyrell Westmoreland, who we see a lot during the basketball season. Pemberton has their bench. Bordentown has to share a bench with Maple Shade. Here's the big fella, Doherty. Gives it off again. And cutting to the right side, breaking a few tackles, but getting shy of midfield is Dominic Acevedo. So Acevedo, and now we have an injured player down. Well, this isn't good. Never want anything bad to happen during scrimmages. As again, Bordentown has an injured man on the field, and right away, Pemberton's trainer right away sprinting onto the field. This doesn't look like it's good. I'm wondering if maybe it was a cramp, or yeah, probably a cramp, I'm thinking. Pemberton again starts officially during the high school football season, I believe, Thursday. A week from today. It'll be next Thursday, not this coming, next Thursday. Pemberton again opens up its season at home against Lawrenceville. I believe it's a 7 o'clock start time. I could be wrong. Maple Shade also starts September 1st, as does Bordentown. Well, we took a quick break again because we had an injured man again down on the field. And we didn't exactly know who the player was identified as, but again, we're back here at beautiful Fort Dix, I should say Helen A. Fort Dix Middle School here in Pemberton Township, New Jersey. I'm Jake Schwartz, bringing you all the action for the new sports broadcasting network known as It's All About Sports. Visit our website at it'sallaboutsports.com. That pass by Doherty was incomplete, intended. Didn't really get a look at the receiver, but again, Bordentown players. One of the Bordentown players, again, we didn't really recognize, didn't get a chance to see him. Appears that he is going to be all right. It is fourth down. Ball spotted again at the Maple Shade 49. They've got to try to keep the drive going by getting to about the Bordentown, looks like 42-yard line. Trying to get again into Bordentown territory, trying to keep their drive alive here. Here's Doherty again on fourth down, rolls, fires downfield, and this one's going to be easily intercepted and running down the sideline. But again, they're not going to be doing any tackling. But again, Doherty was pressured in the pocket, threw one up almost like it was a Hail Mary, and that gave Bordentown's defensive players an opportunity, an easy interception again, and that was a good defensive stand by this Bordentown defense. Our Maple Shade at Bordentown is now done, I believe, which means Bordentown will now move to offense. They'll face the Pemberton defense, I think. Yes, Pemberton's defense is about set to come on the field here. And Pemberton will move back to offense and take on Maple Shade. Then we'll go to the final session, which will be second team. Each team, again, on offense will have, on offense and defense, will have 10 plays. So 10 plays. So once again, Bordentown will have an opportunity here. Again, this will be their final time on offense. They'll hand the ball off, and I should say play action. Opportunity once again, rolling to the right, and not much there. Good defensive pressure by Pemberton's defense. Again, we are back. Your beautiful to our GPS, Helen A. Fort Middle School. I thought it was Fort Dix Middle School. I believe that's actually what they're calling it, Helen A. Fort Dix Middle School. Pemberton is actually, if you GPS it, believe it or not, it is 5 minutes down the road. Had to take a little bit of a detour. We were able to find the stadium. It's a nice stadium, a nice press box. Yeah, that pass is, oh no, they'll say it's incomplete. They will say that it's incomplete. That pass again incomplete. Like it was caught at first, but now they're going to say it's ruled incomplete. Big third down situation. About the 34-yard line for Bordentown Regional High School, or I should say just plain old Bordentown High School. Pemberton's second team is set to check in. Imagine this would be the JV team that would be coming in a few moments, where they will have 10 plays. Nice running play, the draw to the left side, maybe getting out to about the 39. Good tackle on the play again by members of this Pemberton defense. Again, Andrew Heck is among those on defense. Jermaine Clay, and I believe Redding, I think also Zion Powell. He's also the safety. Will Hodges is among those. Tyrell Westmoreland and Larry White. Actually, Westmoreland's not even in. My apologies. But White is. He is still on defense. Westmoreland, again, is not. Big fourth down here, about the 39. This looks to be about a 4th down and 1 for Bordentown. So again, Bordentown's running back was a little shy of the first down. Another opportunity, again, as mentioned. And Pemberton's JV quarterback is warming up from the sidelines. Don't know his name off the top of our head. And PA football may be live tomorrow night. They'll draw play up the middle, first down and more. And PA football, as mentioned, will be live. Newman Goretti in Delaware Valley from Northwest Super Site. Our exhibition game will be tomorrow. This is officially a test for us. You'll be seeing a lot of us again during the season. And starting September 3rd and until probably around October or even November, we'll be live again for good high school football action. Probably even have a Thanksgiving game. The annual South Philly battle, Newman Goretti and South Philadelphia. Here's the back to throw, looking downfield and over the head, incomplete. Defended well on that one by number 24 for Pemberton. That's going to bring up again second down. I guess Bordentown's quarterback decided to take a chance on that one.
I should invest in
Roy Heck is also the team's basketball coach, is also one of the coaches on the football staff. Imagine he's one of the defensive, he could be probably the secondary coach. He's at least one of the coordinators on Coach Rasnick's staff. Down again, coached by Steve Perry. Hands it off again up the middle, down to about the 49. Brought down by Zion Powell. The two-way back, plays wide receiver and safety. Third down. Looks to be about a third down. And looks like about maybe half a yard for Bordentown. And it's Bordentown and Pemberton on defense, on down and distance. And then Pemberton goes from defense to offense. They'll take on Maple Shade one last time. Then the second team will each have 10 plays. All handed off again. Oh no, it's play action, double play action, and incomplete. Intended for one of their wide receivers. It's a double play action. Now we're looking at fourth down here again at about a yard and a half. Big fourth down situation again for Bordentown, who have certainly taken advantage. They've converted, I believe, 2 or 3 fourth downs here in this scrimmage. It's about 4th and a half, at least that's what they're saying. So again, Bordentown's got to get at least to midfield for a first down. They line up again on the gun. It looks to be about the 48-yard line. And they'll take the snap. Not yet. Now they do. And they're going to pass it here, and that's going to be incomplete. And Pemberton will take over. Another turnover on downs for Bordentown, and Pemberton again will take over, and they'll take on again, as mentioned, when we return, at least right after this, it'll be Maple Shade, I should say Pemberton and Maple Shade when we return, I believe. Welcome back here again to LNA Fort Dix Middle School here in beautiful Pemberton Township, New Jersey. I'm Jake Schwartz for another edition of It's All About Sports. Visit us on the web at it'sallaboutsports.com. The official broadcasting network of It's All About Sports gets underway September 3rd in Wildwood, New Jersey. Newman, Goretti, and Columbia will be our matchup. Now we are in talks, and we may also do the doubleheader with the West Catholic and Roman Catholic duo. We would do that game as well at 1 o'clock, and then we would have that 4 o'clock matchup. Fumble on the play was recovered, I believe, by Maple Shade. There was a holding penalty. Here come the Hornets again, lining up. Andrew Heck will take over as quarterback for the rest of the day. He is a sophomore, and he also plays for the basketball team. His father, again, is Roy Heck, who is on the defensive end for his bunch. All right, here's Heck lining his team up again. This time he hands it off. There's not much there. Another flag again comes in. Let's see about this one. This could be holding again on the Hornets. And it is. Back-to-back holds on Pemberton. Looking at 14, by the way, on, so I believe going to be the second string quarterback. Well, at least it'll be third string because this will be the second team. You figure will be JV. And 14 looks like he could probably run. The way he throws and palms the football, looks like the type of guy that could probably run for some good type of yardage. So a 10-yard penalty again called on the Hornets, and it will remain, I believe, second down. So it'll be second down and long. Second and long. Let's see where they spot it. Looks like about, it's like close to the 20, maybe even the 15-yard line. Heck takes the snap. Here comes the rush. Fires downfield and wide open. And this one's going to be caught by Tyrell Westmoreland. And I mean, Moreland had a nice little jump and blew by the Maple Shade defenders. A long completion, and it is enough for a Pemberton first down. And did Westmoreland get a good jump again, made a nice turn and a backward catch. He is able to get room, and he takes it right down into Maple Shade. Well, no, they're not actually in Maple Shade territory. They're about the 47-yard line. A big completion, a long completion again for Heck. And once again, he lines his team up. First down and 10 from about their own, from Pemberton for their own 47-yard line. Maple Shade's bringing the defense here. Looks like the blitz again could be coming. Led by their captain again, Braden Demansky. Up the middle, breaking a couple tackles. Nice juke maneuvers by Redding. Jaquay Redding, the senior. Jermaine Clay also will be one of the running backs this year, a transfer from Absegami High School in the New Jersey area. Between Clay and Redding, you got to get about 5 to 6 carries a down, if not more. With that last run, Redding does have enough for a first down. First down and 10 from the Maple Shade 40. Good field position again for Pemberton. Heck in shotgun. His two runners, Clay, not Redding. This time it is the Absegami transfer, Clay, in the backfield. And the handoff goes to his other running back, number 22. And up the middle he goes, and I think he's got a first down, or at least he's going to be short. He's going to be about a yard short on that one, from the 40 down to about the, looks like the 20. Looks like the 34. Well, actually, that's not the 34. That's the 31, excuse me, the 31-yard line, a 9-yard run by Pemberton. Here comes second and 1, maybe 1.5. 22 back in, as is Clay. Probably give the ball to 22 again. Also back in is Joe Benson. So between Benson and Heck, working in as quarterback. Benson hands it off again. No, he play actions. He's going to roll. He's going downtown and incomplete. That one intended for White. Great deflection on the play by members of the Maple Shade defense. What's that? Sign off? Oh, okay. All right. Unfortunately, our day is going to end here at this scrimmage, as again we are finishing up our day of scrimmage. So again, Pemberton, Maple Shade, and Bordentown were among our 3 teams again that played today. So that's going to do it again here. Our day again will be short. Don't forget, coming up next week, the official inaugural edition of the It's All About Sports Broadcasting Network will go live. Follow us on it'sallaboutsports.com. So again, from all of us again, here at the Pemberton, or I should say Fort Dix Middle School here in Pemberton, New Jersey, I'm Jake Schwartz for It's All About Sports.